This is says official city on an Old Spanish Trail.
Love it.
This is a piece of artwork by Mary Bonner. I don't know if you in Florida know Mary Bonner. She's famous worldwide because she would spend 6 months in Paris and 6 months in San Antonio, Texas. And when the O.S.T. got started, they asked her to do the artwork. She did this and she wrote official down here. And then she was going to write official hotels, official restaurants. So she wrote H-O-T-E. And then she didn't like the L, so she pasted a little piece of paper on it and she threw it in a drawer. 100 years later, we found this and we said, oh, that's all you could say, sir.
Charlotte, you're an angel. Wow. Thank you so much.
Your city has been a lovely host so far. This is our first, well, no, we had a little bit of a walk this afternoon, but this is our first full event. And thank you all for being here early. We're really running from 6 to 8. So when you said you could be here at 6, I thought, really? Nobody's going to be here till 6:15. So thank every one of you for getting here early tonight.
Well, I want to thank everybody for being here. We have our 2 mayors here. That is so cool. So welcome to Pensacola. That's fabulous. I want to welcome our locals for really getting behind this. This has been interesting listening to the phone calls coming to City Hall. And most importantly, I hope you had a fabulous time in our great city. And the Old Spanish Trail is really unique, and learning more and more about it from Florida to California is extremely educational. Obviously the cultural part of it, Robert, I mean, it's a big part of who we are. And you know, we are an authentic city, America's first settlement. We really hope that you taste the flavor of Pensacola and the people, most importantly, of Pensacola. But this is really unique for me to be here. And Charlotte, we know you're the rock star of the group, so and most importantly, you've been working all day and walking all day, but you have cocktail hour, I see. So
yeah, we're ready to go.
Nobody wants to pass that up.
Yeah.
I do have a proclamation I'd like to read, if that's okay with you.
Oh, I didn't expect returns.
Well, you're an angel. Someone told me you were the grand dame, so I want to make sure that I'm going to put my specs on here. I want to make sure I get it correctly. All right. Whereas the Old Spanish Trail movement organized to promote a paved automobile highway across the southern United States connecting 6 centers of historical interest: St. Augustine, New Orleans, San Antonio, El Paso, Tucson, and San Diego. Whereas subsequent annual conferences held 1916 in Pensacola, 1917 in Tallahassee, 1919 in Houston, 1921 in Gulfport, and 1922 in New Orleans, helped develop the plans for the highway. And whereas in 1916, George H. Hendricks, mayor of Pensacola, wow, read a proclamation. How many years ago is that?
Like 100.
I mean, hey, you're smart.
We're doing the Centennial.
I want to see how quick you are. Read a proclamation to notify city residents of the plans for this highway that included Pensacola and its route. And whereas a dedication ceremony at the 0-mile marker in San Diego was held by President Calvin Coolidge on November 17, 1923. And whereas in April of 1929, a gala dedication was held at the 0-mile marker in St. Augustine. Whereas the Old Spanish Trail continues to serve as a popular transportation route spanning 2,750 miles, though 67 counties, 8 states, from ocean to ocean. And whereas the Old Spanish Trail is the trunk line of the Gulf Coast from Florida to Texas, then crosses the plains and mountains of the west to California, touching the Mexican border points. Now therefore, I, Ashton Hayward, Mayor of the City of Pensacola, do hereby proclaim this first day of December 2016 Old Spanish Trail Centennial Celebration. In the City of Pensacola, and urge all citizens to recognize the success of this transcontinental highway that has been a pleasant alternative to I-10 for travelers interested in recapturing the historic ambiance of the Gulf and southern border states. In witness whereof I here, Ashton Hayward, set my hand unto and cause the seal of the City of Pensacola to be affixed this first day of December 2016. But most importantly, I drove the trail today, picking my son up on the beautiful scenic highway. So I wanted to make sure I could say that together. So thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you. And thank each and every one of you. Now, we intend everybody to be there in 2029 when we go to St. Augustine. It's only 13 years. Now, how many people do you know that are 13 years older than you and are just as vital as the rest of us? So, and not to worry.
We're aspiring to be like you. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody want to look?
Well, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Travel safely home. So thank you for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.